So I'm out here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, man, and it's nice. It's nice out here, you know. I just came from a long drive all the way from New York, man, but I couldn't even take y'all with me because I didn't have no storage on my phone. I mean, on my camera, you know, my camera didn't have no storage, and I'm editing the other videos that's on my storage right now. Hold on, check this out. Look at the sand here in New Mexico. I'm in the metro of Albuquerque, New Mexico. If y'all ever seen the show Breaking Bad with Walter White, the guy, he was a chemistry teacher, and then he went from being a chemistry teacher to the biggest meth dealer in like the world type shit. But yeah, this is where he's from, where that show was shot at and based out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I say all that to say, man, what I was getting at was I wasn't even able to take y'all with me on a ride from New York. I had my longest load, man, 31 hours. 31 hours, man. It's crazy. Matter of fact, let me show y'all on my phone. I had it screenshotted. Man, I was gonna vlog the whole thing in my phone, but I don't for some reason, and it's crazy because that's what I got this phone for. Because when I first started and I got on the road, I had a iPhone 12, and right before I got on the road, I upgraded and got this new iPhone 15 Plus Pro or whatever you want to call it. You know, and it was supposed to be my backup. Check this out. This is a little unique the architecture on these buildings, and then that big mountain behind it is nice. But I came up top because I wanted to kind of show y'all from literally the very tip of going into Albuquerque all the way through the city. Y'all gonna come with me all the way through the city of Albuquerque. I actually turned this way so I can turn around, but you know, you can see some of the little stuff here. And the neighborhood out here is nice, man. It's a couple nice neighborhoods out here. So I'm gonna, you know, take y'all through these neighborhoods a little bit. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. Hold on, let me pull over. But so back to what I was saying. I was on my longest load, and I was gonna vlog the whole thing. And the reason I got this phone was so I can vlog the whole thing. And when it was time for me to actually use it, I didn't even want to use it, you know. So it kind of messed me up, you know, from that, because I was kind of, man, I really wanted y'all to ride with me on that journey, man. I went from New York, New Jersey, actually, Newark though, so it was right up pretty much New York City. And I went all the way to a city called Farmington, New Mexico. It's on the very northwest border of New Mexico, right next to it. It's pretty much like, I would say, I don't know exactly, but I would say less than an hour before you cross over into the Arizona border. So it's literally northwest, the very tip north and the very west, like almost in that corner over there. And that's where I dropped off at. And it was 31 hours from Newark, New Jersey, all the way here. So the reason I'm in Albuquerque is because, and then man, I know I'm kind of all over the place, but the drive from Albuquerque, I mean, the reason I'm here is because this is the biggest city in New Mexico. So, and it was like 2.5 hours from Farmington. So in order for me to get some work, I had to drive deadhead here, which is deadhead meaning drive without a load. So I ended up driving without a load to get to Albuquerque. That way I can get a load out of here. So that whole process, man, it took like driving wise, it took like, let me see, 31, 32, 33, about 33, 34 hours, man. That was a long load, but I had 3 days to do it. So it really wasn't that stressful. I did 10 hours a day for 3 days straight. You know, so it wasn't really that bad, you know, as far as how fast I needed to get the load done and all that kind of stuff. It was okay. So anyways, I'm just leaving the Walmart right down the street from here. And got me a new memory card. Look at the architecture on these buildings out here, man. It's dope. Like, you can tell we in the desert. Like, look at that. Super dope. I'm talking about cactuses, everything. It definitely gives you Arizona vibes for sure. Phoenix vibes, you know. Man, the structures dope on these buildings. I like it. But anyways, yeah, so it was about 31 hours to get this load completed, you know, from driving from picking up to dropping off to deadheading to Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is where I'm at now. I'm not actually in the city of Albuquerque. I'm right up top. I'll show you here in a second. This is where I was at. This was my drive. So like I said, you can't really see because I got the little, this is a screenshot. So that button, that volume button is not moving. But as you can see, I'm right there in New Jersey. And I went all the way across into New Mexico. And that's the Farmington area. And that's what I was telling y'all. I was at the northwest border. And that's Arizona right there to the west. That borderline right there, that's entering Arizona. So as you can see, it's, you know, it's right there. So I would say less than an hour before you cross into the Mexico border. But I got the screenshot at 30 hours. I believe I have one at 31. Let me see. Yeah, 31 right here when I actually started the drive. 31 hours. So that was a long job, man. And I really wish y'all could be there with me on that journey. That would have been nice, man. But let me show y'all where we are currently so you can see where we're going. This is the city of, let's see. It's not telling me the name of this. Oh, here we go. Rio Rancho, New Mexico. That's my current location right now. Rio Rancho, New Mexico. And that is, I'll show you, at the very top of, hold on. My bad, y'all. Let me get my stuff together. So, as you can see in a second, Albuquerque is right here. And let me get some, okay, there we go. Okay, we're right here. And I gotta drive all the way south to get to Albuquerque. So this is the whole Albuquerque Metroplex. And I'm all the way up top. Let me show y'all where I came from. Man, that drive from Farmington here to where I'm at, that's why I'm up so far up north, is because I've been in this little area the whole time up here. I haven't even really went into the let me see, that's Farmington right there. Yeah, so that's Farmington. That's where I dropped off at. But yeah, I haven't even really been in the Albuquerque area yet. So this is going to be new for me as well as for you guys. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to show y'all all this. But let me get to a better spot from here. Matter of fact, I'm going to take y'all a little bit more through this neighborhood right here since we're already here. I was going to take y'all to the other one, but it pretty much looks the same. I haven't been to this one yet, but it pretty much looks like just like this. The houses are a little bit bigger over there, though. I ain't gonna lie. And it's actually a gated community, so it was hard for me to get in there. I kind of had to sneak. You know, I had to trail somebody to get up in there. Good thing it wasn't nobody at the little booth thing to you know, kick me out of there. But I just swung through. I ain't trying to hurt nobody or nothing. You know, I ain't trying to mess up them people peace. I'm just trying to give y'all some footage, you know? Look at that house, man. That's nice. Super nice. Yeah, man. So we in the desert, as y'all can see, man. These sandy dirt roads and all that. But I'm going to get up top at the very top where I was turning around at, and then I'm gonna show y'all, we're gonna be heading right into the city to give you a shot of what it looks like when you're actually driving into the Albuquerque area. You're gonna see that mountain right there up top, and we're gonna be going down into the city. So it's gonna be a nice little view. So I will show y'all that, and I will get back to y'all in just a second. All right, guys, this is literally the highway right here where I started at, that I was showing y'all the sand and everything and the dirt or whatever you want to call that. But this highway here, you go straight north about 3 hours, and then you run into Farmington. And on the way, it's really no houses, or it's very, very small towns with just like a gas station and a store, and then maybe 3 or 4 houses. You know what I mean? So you get that like every 30 minutes on a drive or so. You'll get like a gas station, and then maybe like a Dollar General and stuff like that. But the shot that I wanted to show you guys was leaving from that highway. Go ahead. Leaving from that highway, you're literally coming into Albuquerque. So I just did a U-turn. So like I said, you'll be coming off of this highway here to the left, to the west, and you'll be coming straight into Albuquerque. Then you'll hit the city that I'm in now, Rio Rancho. It's like the first city with like actual, like a decent sized city. I'm not sure what the population is of Rio Rancho, but it's the first city that you run into in the Albuquerque Metroplex, with, a decent population. It's nice out here. This looks like a suburban area. You know what I mean? Like, people with money will move out here and stuff like that. But it's hot as hell in this desert, man. I'm not sure if I told y'all earlier, but it's super hot, man. I thought I was about to pass out earlier. I had to get a hotel room because this is the shot I wanted to kind of show you guys right here. When we're driving into Albuquerque, so this is where we are up top there, and then there's Albuquerque. So you'll take that highway coming from Farmington, where it's literally nothing but mountains. It's beautiful, like a beautiful, beautiful scene. I'm gonna show you guys some of the scenery right now. Okay, so if you check that out, that's what it looked like on the way here. So yeah, that's what you got for about 3 hours until you hit Farmington. Farmington is the next city with a nice little town, or whatever you want to call it, with a decent population. They got Walmarts, gas stations, stores, all kind of different stuff. There's a Tesla right there to the left. But yeah, this shot here, coming from there, where it's literally from Farmington to here, it's about 3 hours of nothing but like real small little, I don't even want to call them towns, because it's not even towns. It's just like, like I said, 3 or 4 houses, a gas station, and a Walmart. I mean, not even a Walmart, a Family Dollar or Dollar General or something, and then it's nothing. And then for like an hour or 45 minutes, you'll get another little spot like that where you can get gas and everything. So yeah, so basically from there to here is the 2 towns, and in between there is what you just saw, just mountains and desert, just straight desert. But this scene right here going into Albuquerque is beautiful, man, because you're coming straight into the city. You got this beautiful mountain view right here, and then you start going into the city, So like I said, there's a Tesla right there. The Walmart that I've stayed at a couple nights is over there to the right. You can't really see it or whatever, but there's a Whataburger, a Wendy's, and then further to the right is a Walmart. But then you got Tesla right here. I'm gonna kind of show you the Tesla and everything as we go up on it. But I don't want to make this scene too long while we're at this light, so I will get with y'all in just a second. All right, guys, there's the Whataburger, the Wendy's, and then here's the Tesla dealership. Yeah, so this is Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Rio Rancho, New Mexico. And it's 22 minutes from Albuquerque. So I just typed in my GPS, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I'm just going to the location that they are sending me to, you know. But it's only 22 minutes away. So this city is not very big, you know. There's a Santa Ana Star Casino right here. There's the casino. And then you got the gas station here. It's called the Warrior Gas Station. I've never heard of that before. Move up. But yeah, so like I said, this is the scene. This is a shot that I wanted to show y'all coming into the city. You know, it's actually dope. And then you know what's crazy? I passed through here another time. Where was I going? I was actually going from Phoenix to Dallas. My drive from Phoenix to Dallas, I drove through Albuquerque, and it's another shot of Albuquerque that's super dope that has like a entrance like that. But instead of like having this mountain view right here, it has like a city view where you see all the lights and everything. Man, it's dope. It was one of the dopest entrances to a city that I've ever saw since I've been, you know, all over the US or whatever. That Starbucks looks nice. Everything out here is shaped like they're shaped in like almost squares. Like everything is like squares and rectangles, and you know, that's a little bar or restaurant right there. That looks pretty dope. But yeah, all this stuff is like shaped real weird. I wonder why that's like that. I'm gonna have to look into that and figure out why it's like that. But I think it's unique. It like I said, it definitely gives you a Arizona vibe. Arizona and yeah, like I guess another one is Las Vegas. It gives you a Vegas vibes. I guess all the desert, they gotta make the architecture of the buildings have to be a certain way to withstand the heat. Like look at that. That's the Dollar General right there. Like the whatever the buildings are made out of, and the way that they design them is unique. And another thing, it's not a lot of windows. So I'm guessing, I had that food truck right there, that little food truck right there. I ate it there. It was pretty good. It was pretty solid. It's another one right here. I was wanting to eat that one just to try another one just to see, you know, but I did try that one behind us. But it was pretty solid. I like Texas tacos a lot more. I ain't gonna say a lot more, but I definitely like Texas tacos more. But anyways, what I was saying was, what's that right there? Birria tacos. Birria, or however you call it, Birria tacos over there. So yeah. But like I was saying, I'm not sure why the buildings are, the windows. That's what I was getting at. It's not a lot of windows on the houses out here. I'm not sure if y'all noticed that when I was showing you guys the homes back there, but they're real small. It almost gives you like a prison type of thing. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, I can see now that I've been here for a couple days and experienced the heat. I can tell you right now, man, that heat is not no joke out here. Like I literally was sitting in a van, and like I said, I've been in this area, and as y'all can see, it looks like a new built neighborhood. So I gotta get in the right lane. It looks like a new built neighborhood, so it's not a lot of trees and stuff like that. So it was real hard for me to find shade out here.
Use the right two lanes to keep right to merge onto I-25.
But anyways, after a couple of days, like I said, I felt like I was going to pass out. I ended up having to get a hotel one of the nights, and I got as much shade as I can to where it didn't really bother me, like physically. Look at that shot right there. But yeah, it wasn't bothering me in the moment. Like while I'm there and just chilling in the van, it's kind of messy back there, man. I gotta clean clean up a little bit. But it wasn't bothering me in the moment. But I just think it was just like, I just felt like after a couple days, man, even though I was in as much shade as I could and it wasn't bothering me like in the moment, I just had like a vitamin D sun rays overdose. You know what I mean? Felt dehydrated. And, you know, I was drinking as much as I normally do, but out here you have to drink more. Especially if you're not somebody that drinks the amount of water that you need in a day. Because, I mean, they say you need 8 cups of water a day, which is like 64 ounces. I'm usually around like maybe 40. You know what I mean? So I don't know how good, if that's good or not, you know, but I'm usually fine. You know, I usually never have no issue, you know, feeling dehydrated and things like that. And I lived in Texas for 8 years. So this is definitely a different type of heat out here. Definitely. And I'm getting fat too, y'all. Another thing, man, I'm getting fat as hell. Like, man, I've been in this van. I know I done gained like 40 pounds, probably 40 pounds in about, since the beginning of the year, I would say. So about 5 months, almost 6 months, I done gained about 40 pounds, man, because the beginning of the year, I was working 2 jobs, physical jobs where I was actually doing physical work. You know what I mean? On my feet all day for 12 hours at one job, and then on my feet at the other job for 8 hours. So I was literally on my feet and moving around every day except for Sundays. And I was doing that, and I did that for about two or 3 years. I had some days off here and there where my part-time job, my 8-hour job, where I wasn't, you know, wasn't really getting a lot of hours all the time. But for the most part, I was working at least 6 days a week and on my feet all day. And I went from that to being in this damn seat, driving this van, man. So, yeah. I done picked up about 40 pounds. And like I say, I'm always being a person that if I don't have any type of physical activity in my life, I will gain weight because I don't eat right. And I know that about myself. I'm a huge foodie. That's why y'all see every time I go to these cities, the first thing I do is figure out what's good to eat. I literally got, man, I will show y'all what I got on my phone. Now that I already had it started before I was even thinking about driving. But because I'm traveling, as y'all know, if you watch all my other vlogs, you know that my goal to do what I'm doing here is to eventually be a full-time traveler. So I say all that to say, man, I literally, every city in America, I save food. Like food pops up on my Instagram feed all day. Different cities, and I save them. I save it under the title of whatever city it's in. So every time, you know, new food pop up and it's from a different city, I save it in that category. So whenever I go to that city, I don't have to look for no food. And I save different food vloggers that, you know, cover the food scene in those cities in that category as well. So if it's maybe not, I don't have too many in one spot, in one city, if I maybe got 3 or 4 and it's not nothing I'm really interested in, I'll have a blogger or you know, somebody that's covering the food there that got, you know, hundreds of different options. But anyways, now that I'm driving, man, y'all should see my list. It's ridiculous. It's some greedy boy shit, basically. But anyways, man, I'm disappointed in myself because I'm out of shape. And like I say, being in this heat and being out of shape, it brought it to my attention how out of shape I am. I'm embarrassed. So, yeah, I'm about to get on a weight loss journey ASAP. So, y'all about to see me lose some weight, some major weight, man, because I got to get my weight back together. I'm probably, man, I don't even want to guess. I'm probably about 230 right now, man. At least 230. And my comfortablest weight is like 185. So, yeah, that's how far I am away from what I am. But like I said, I know that about myself. I'm a huge foodie. I eat all day, but I usually exercise enough, and you know, my job was keeping me, you know, in a decent condition to where I wasn't like gaining crazy weight a lot. But I knew when I got in this van, my eating habits was gonna catch up with me, and it definitely have. So y'all gonna see SJ in the backpack. We gonna be on the weight loss journey, and y'all gonna see me lose some crazy weight, man. Some crazy weight. I'm talking about like at least 30 pounds. I'm gonna get back to 200. Wherever I'm at, I'm gonna get to about 200, and I'm gonna try to stay there and see where it's at, man. Everybody's been telling me that, oh, you 200 pounds. I mean, 185 for me being 30 years old. People think that's too small. So for me, I'm not a real strong guy. So me carrying around 185 is good for my strength. If I'm gonna carry around 200, I'm definitely gonna have to hit the weights heavier. So because that extra 200 pounds, whenever I do get, like I say, I know I'm kind of all over the place, but just stay with me. I go back and forth from 200 to 185. When I'm in the gym and I'm in shape, I'm 185. Like I said, when I have moments like this, because of my eating habits, I stop going to the gym for a little bit. I get up to about 195, 200, but I usually stay about right there, you know, before I got in this damn van. But I know the difference between how I feel when I'm 200 and 185, and I've actually tried to stay and get in shape a little bit at 200, and it still don't feel right to me. I think with my strength, I carry 185 around. I don't feel sluggish. I don't feel tired all the time. You know, I spring out of bed when I'm 185. When I'm 200, I'm lazier. I feel heavier. You know what I mean? So I don't like it. But with me being up here at 230, I think I'm going to get down to 200, and I'm going to put on some muscle on the way. As I'm cutting weight, I'm going to put on muscle. I'm going to try to like hit the weights real heavy. So hopefully by the time I get down there, I'll be strong enough to carry that 200 around, and I'll feel good. And maybe with me being 230 right now, or 230-ish right now, when I get to 200, I'll feel the difference from that to 200, and it'll make me feel, it'll kind of give me the illusion, I guess, that I feel better, you know, because I was 230. So anyways, I got about 5 more miles on this highway. It's not really much going on until we get in the city. So I know I kind of told y'all about my whole little weight situation and a lot, but we finna get into the city, man. So I will get back to y'all as soon as we get off this highway and into Albuquerque. But there is a Cabela's, there's an Ashley Home Store. Yeah, so I'm gone. All right, guys. The highways are pretty unique. Got like these blue looking strips. They're like a reddish, pinkish color. Kind of dope. But I just realized that my location had me going downtown. We're 4 minutes away.
Turn right onto the
so that's where we're headed to. We're headed to downtown Albuquerque right now. So let's get some facts about this city. Albuquerque is New Mexico's largest city. It sits high in the desert, in the downtown core, contrast of Old Town Albuquerque. That's what they call downtown Albuquerque. Old Town Albuquerque. So look at these embassy suites right there.
Use the right 2 lanes to turn onto Lomas Boulevard Northeast.
There's a lot of Native Americans here too, as well. I didn't know that. You know, I've only passed through here coming from Phoenix. So I never stopped by. So I didn't know that there was a lot of Native Americans here. More than I've seen anywhere else in America. I think this is they probably got the highest population of Native Americans outside of Oklahoma somewhere. Because if y'all don't know, Oklahoma is known. That's their land. There, Native Americans. They still own, you know, probably 3/4 of Oklahoma, of the state of Oklahoma. So, yeah. But yeah, this is downtown Albuquerque right here. That got me going. I'm gonna give y'all some more facts here in a second. Just so we can learn a little bit about the town. But I'm trying to drive at the same time. See, look at the McDonald's and that Circle K gas station. The shape of these buildings is crazy. Let's see. Old Town is old. It says Old Town is filled with historic buildings, such as San Felipe de Neri Church, 5 museums and shops selling Native American handcrafts. So there you go. They're selling Native American handcrafts in downtown. Yeah. So it says it's by a Indian cultural center. The area traces the area. Hold on, my bad. I'm trying to look and drive at the same time. Yeah, okay. It's Indian. There's a Indian cultural center traces the area's tribal history. So there's a center out here that traces some type of Native American history. So this is downtown. This looks like a little, maybe like a club or something. It got a balcony with a nice view. So yeah, so wow, that's interesting because I was so confused when I first got here to the like, look at that, the Wells Fargo. All the buildings are shaped the same. Like, it's weird. Or maybe it's kind of the shape, but it's also what they're made out of. I gotta figure out what that is. I'm gonna look that up here in a second as well, so we can see. Is this the building? Oh, this is the courthouse right here. This is Albuquerque's courthouse. Fine shop. It's very empty for this to be
left onto 6th Street,
for this to be downtown. It's real empty here, but it is Memorial Day too. So happy Memorial Day to all y'all. You know, and rest in peace to everybody's loved ones and things like that. But yeah, it's super empty down here. Even for it to be a holiday, it really kind of shows how small this town is. You know. Maybe let's go to that building. What is it called? Let's go to that building. Yeah, Indian.
Starting route to Indian Pueblo Cultural Center.
Okay, we gotta turn around.
Head
but we're only 5 minutes
6th
away.
Street,
So
Northwest, then turn left onto Lewis Boulevard, Northwest.
This bank right here. Yeah, so we're gonna go there. Downtown is very small. I mean, it's not really much here. You know, it looks like it's not really no big skyscrapers and things like that. I think the biggest building that we seen pretty much was just the courthouse. I think that's the courthouse right there. So, yeah. But I'm going to get with y'all when we get there. I don't want to make this video super long. So, I'm going to get with y'all as soon as we get to that building. I'm gone. See my Native American brother over there. Okay, guys. we are pulling up on it. But I kind of just wanted to give y'all a look at what the neighborhoods look like, some of the houses, you know, as we approach this Indian cultural building. That's what we pulling up on. But yeah, like I was saying, just as far as, it's real interesting that I didn't even look at none of those facts that I just told y'all about, the whole Native American thing. But I saw the people, and I knew that they looked like Native Americans. But the fact that I'm in New Mexico, it kind of threw me off because they almost look like Mexicans. They're Indians, so most Indians, they keep the long hair. The guys, they have the long braid to the back, and that's in their culture to have that braid like that. So I seen that, and I'm like, man, they look Native American, but the fact that I was in New Mexico, it almost was making me feel like they were like a different type of Mexican or something. I mean, I live in Texas, where that's what used to be Mexico. So, you don't get more Mexican than Texas. Only other place that you can compare is California. But anyways, I say all that to say, man, it kind of threw me off. But I'm glad that I was thinking that they were Native Americans and I was right. Yeah, so this city has a lot of Native Americans. So just in case y'all didn't know that. I also saw that it was 60% white population, which pretty much anywhere you go in America is going to be about 60% white, just because the white population dominates America. That's why everybody else are minorities. So, yeah, we are 1 minute away. We're literally straight through a couple of these lights here, and then we're there. So yeah, this is Albuquerque, New Mexico, guys. This is what we're looking at right here.
Then turn left.
It's a Lowe's, got the McDonald's. Yeah, but we are Walgreens right here. Indian School, that's the name of that building right there. I'm not sure if y'all can see that. I can't see it through the camera. That you can see the name of it, but the name of this road is Indian School Road. So yeah, I guess all the signs were there, man, but I really didn't do too much moving around when I was here because I knew that once I started vlogging, I was going to move around. So I was kind of just relaxing. Like I said, I came off of that 30-hour drive from New York. So I was either going to get a load or I was going to be chilling until I started vlogging for you guys. But this is the building right here, guys. We are here at the Indian / Native American cultural building right here. This is it. Indian Pueblo Cultural Center. Not sure if I pronounced that right, but this is it right here. So if you're Native American, this is probably something that you will really, really be interested in right here. There's probably so much history and culture in there. Like you see my guy right here, he got the long ponytail to the back. You can't see him probably from here, but he got the long ponytail to the back. He's definitely Native American. You can look right at him and tell that he's a Native American guy. So yeah, man, we are in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm gonna try to take y'all through one more neighborhood just in the actual city of Albuquerque. We went through the city of Rio Rancho, so let's go through a city or a neighborhood in Albuquerque. So I will get back with y'all as soon as we get to that city. I'm gone. All right, guys, we made it to a neighborhood in actual Albuquerque. This is about 5 minutes from downtown. So this is what it looks like. You just got some, like I said, all these buildings here are made of the same stuff. I'm guessing that's like some type of cement, and the shapes are all the same.
Turn left on
Those are real small buildings. They're cool buildings. But yeah, this is it here. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing that's like in some type of business. I'm not sure what that is over there. But yeah, this is it, man. We are in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is what you guys are looking at. So if you never have a chance to be here, this is it. This is it, man. This is it, people. So, shit, my bad. I was supposed to yield right there.
Turn right onto 7th Street Northwest.
There we go. There's a green chili bread business right there. Some type of probably restaurant or something. But yeah, this is Albuquerque, New Mexico, guys. This is what you're looking at right here. This is actual neighborhood. Like I said, about 5 minutes from downtown. So this is what the homes look like here in the city.
Turn right onto 7th Street Northwest, then turn left onto Granite Avenue Northwest.
We made it. She's sending me all over the place. But yeah, so this is what it looks like, guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. You know, we got to see some culture here. We got to see a suburban neighborhood here, and we got to see a nice city neighborhood. You know, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, man. I'm hoping that I can get a load out of here tomorrow.
Right onto Granite Avenue Northwest, then the destination is on your left.
Today it was very slow because today was Memorial Day, so I wasn't able to get a load up out of here, but I'm hoping I can get me one tomorrow, you know, so we'll see. But yeah, we are in Albuquerque, and let's see where we're heading to. My goal is to head, let me shut her up. I want to start heading back east, you know, like I told y'all in my previous vlogs. Y'all know that I don't like taking anything outside of the central and eastern time zones. I don't want anything in mountain time or West Coast time because the work here is very slow. And I've experienced that one more time being here again. You know, so I need to be on the East Coast, East or Central. That's where I need to be at. So that's my goal, is to get something out of there. But if it gets late in the day and something's going west, then I'll probably end up taking it, you know. Like I said, I'm here enjoying just as much as me enjoying work, the profits of work. I'm also trying to do this for the enjoyment of traveling, you know? So I just want to be able to travel as much as I can and just be free. You know, I don't want any type of limitations on what I do, you know, as minimal as possible. Because like I say, I feel like the less responsibilities you have, the less things you're obligated to be doing, the more free you are, you know? So I want minimal responsibilities, you know, minimal things that I'm obligated to do. So that's my goal. So I don't want to limit myself on just Central and just Eastern time zones. But, you know, that's where it makes the most money for what I'm trying to do, you know. So anyways, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. The next video I will be showing y'all, I will be starting in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I will be showing y'all the journey, the business side of what I do and how I came up with an idea to live inside my Sprinter van and travel on my journey to become a full-time traveler. And I need you guys to like the video, subscribe to me. That way I can start taking this channel and we can go across the globe. That's the goal, is to go across the globe. Right now, I'm taking y'all from city to city in America because I was able to figure out a way to do it, travel, show you guys different cities like Albuquerque. Like who would have really thought to come to Albuquerque, New Mexico, unless you're from here, unless you have history, you know, family history, your ancestors are from here, you know, at least your ancestors of being in America is from here. Other than that, you know, nobody's really coming here. They don't have a sports team. This is the biggest city here. Let's see what the population is real quick. Real quick. The population is 500,000. 561,000. So that's a pretty big city. Let's see how big the metro is. Albuquerque Metro. That's actually surprisingly big because, okay, so the Metro is only 915,000 people. So it's only 1 million people in the whole metro area. So that's a very small city for it to be the biggest city in this state. And it's right in the middle. Everything else is like 2-3 hours away, you know, in different directions, but they're even smaller than that. So there you go. So like I say, I'm going to show you guys cities like this that you might not have ever decided to come to, because wherever my work goes, that's where I go. And I don't have any say on where it's going. Like wherever the load takes me from here to wherever, from this will be point A to point B, it'll be unknown. I'll figure out once the load comes, I'll take it to wherever it's going. So I'll take you guys to the small cities like Columbus, Ohio that we went to, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, Albuquerque, New Mexico, things like that. You know what I mean? Places that you might not have ever wanted to travel to. Salt Lake City is beautiful, very underrated city. Nobody ever talks about Salt Lake, but if you've seen on my last couple vlogs, Salt Lake is a beautiful city. And ironically, the job that I left before I started this business relocated to Salt Lake City. If you've seen my previous vlogs as well, you know this story. But just to make a long story short, because I know I said I was going to end this vlog, my job that I was working at since I moved to Texas for 8 years relocated to Salt Lake City. That's why I decided to start this business and everything, because my job was shutting down. They gave us about 8 months to figure out. So I came up with this idea to do this, and we could have I could have, you know, got me a place to stay in Salt Lake, and I could have had a job there, but I would have had to relocate from Texas, and I didn't want to follow that company because it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? So anyways, nobody ever even wanted to do it. Plus, nobody knew about Salt Lake. They were like, man, we're going to Salt Lake City. Nobody was like, you know, maybe if they said Houston, you know, like the company, I was living in Dallas, maybe if they said Houston, maybe people would have thought about it, you know, whatever. So basically, to make a long story short, nobody knew about Salt Lake. I goes to Salt Lake. Everybody turned it down first because nobody knew about Salt Lake. I go to Salt Lake, and ironically, I would literally want to move there. Like, that's one of the most beautiful cities that I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, I'll show you guys places like that are underrated, places like this that you might not have known that it's a lot of Native Americans here. Maybe if you have Native American, a lot of black people in America are mixed with Native Americans. So, hey, you never know, man. But anyways, follow the journey. Watch my previous vlogs to get an idea on what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm going from city to city, expediting, living inside my Sprinter van, saving up as much money as possible, and building this YouTube channel up to eventually start traveling and become a full-time traveler and take you guys with me overseas. So we're going to go from living inside this van for 1 year to going to some of the most luxurious places in America. I mean, across the globe. That's the plan. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm out.